Assalamualaikum and good evening. The current situation in the Middle East is not expected to affect the implementation schedule of 8 major bridge projects in Sarawak targeted for completion this year. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Embas said the Sarawak government remains confident that all projects will proceed smoothly without major disruption.
Bagi 8 jambatan yang kita harap dapat siap ataupun kita rancang untuk siap untuk tahun ini, kita tidak really worry about the problem. There may be problem, but it will not reach to a point where it will disrupt the construction. So we are confident so that it will progress as planned. And we are also closely monitoring.
He said this when met by reporters after the Sarawak Infrastructure Engagement Programme 2026 held in Kuching on Tuesday. Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah added that the construction of the Borneo Convention Centre Kuching BCCK2 is also being closely monitored, particularly in terms of procurement and the sourcing of construction materials. He said that this step is crucial to ensure that project planning remains responsive to current developments, including any potential implications arising from global uncertainties. The Sarawak government remains committed to advancing sustainable forest management and biodiversity conservation as central pillars of the state's development agenda. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan said the implementation of sustainable forest management, including mandatory forest certification and conservation programs, forms a key approach in safeguarding the state's rich biodiversity. He noted that Sarawak's abundance of flora and fauna requires efficient and integrated forest governance to ensure natural resources continue to support ecological balance as well as economic growth.
Seperti yang kita tahu, kenapa kita harus meningkatkan our forest management management ini dan juga melaksanakan conservation program. Kerana Sarawak ini begitu kaya dengan biodiversity encompassing flora and fauna. And forests are very rich in terms of this biodiversity. And it is recognized as a natural capital, contributing to economic and environmental and social value.
He was speaking at the Forest Department's Sarawak Ramah Tamah event in Kuching on Tuesday. In a related development, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah said exports of Sarawak's timber products for 2025 were valued at approximately 2.5 billion ringgit, with a total export volume of 1.4 million cubic meters. At the same time, imports stood at around 245 million ringgit, involving some 241,000 cubic meters, supporting value-added activities within the timber-based industry. Sarawak recorded its best performance in the Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM 2025 examination, achieving a state average grade GPN of 4.79, an improvement of 0.05 from 4.84 in the previous year, marking its best performance since 2013. Sarawak Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development Dato' Sri Roland Sagahwi In said candidates from both urban and rural areas showed improved performance, with urban candidates recording a better score of 4.44 compared to 4.46 in SPM 2024. He said rural candidates also showed notable progress, with their score improving by 0.08 from 5.11 in SPM 2024 to 5.03 in SPM 2025.
This is a positive indicator that our ongoing efforts to reduce the educational gap between urban and rural areas are yielding meaningful results, and we hope for better results in the future. Irrefutably, locality places a major issue, but we affirm that the polarization gap shall be depleting soon.
He said this during a press conference on the SPM 2025 results in Kuching on Tuesday. He further stated that 27 schools recorded a 100% pass rate, of which 19 were from rural areas. At the same time, Datuk Sri Roland Sagah revealed that 853 students out of 34,166 candidates from Ministry of Education MOE schools who sat for the examination scored straight A's. An Aidilfitri visit by Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and his wife Tok Puan Datuk Patigi Fauzia Muhammad Sanusi to the residence of Sarawak Minister for Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, on Tuesday was more than a festive call as they brought joy to a family in need. Their arrival at around 11 a.m. was warmly welcomed by Datuk Sri Fatimah, along with her husband, Datuk Dr. Adi Badio Zaman Tua, and family members in a cordial and welcoming atmosphere. During the visit, Tok Puan Fauzia presented camera equipment to a single mother, Nur Karmira Beni Karmilan, under the Low Income Family Empowerment Program by the Ministry of Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development Sarawak KPWK. In a touching gesture, Nur Karmira's children also received Duit Raya from Tok Puan Fauzia as they shared in the festive cheer of Aidilfitri. As a token of appreciation, Datuk Sri Fatimah and her husband also presented souvenirs to Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi and Tok Puan Fauzia. The Bumiputra Agenda Steering Unit, TERAJU, continues to strengthen strategic cooperation with the Sarawak government in an effort to empower the development of Bumiputra entrepreneurs and companies in the state through various financing initiatives and more comprehensive support programs. TERAJU Chief Executive Officer Junadi Nawawi said the effort was expressed during his courtesy visit to Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan to discuss the unit's closer role with the state government. He said the discussions focused on efforts to expand TERAJU's involvement as a central agency responsible for scaling up Bumiputra entrepreneurs and the broader economic ecosystem, especially in helping to develop more local entrepreneurs and companies in Sarawak.
Di antara aspek-aspek yang telah dibincangkan meliputi pembiayaan yang disediakan oleh TERAJU melalui kolaborasi dengan institusi-institusi kewangan dan juga peer-to-peer financing recognized market operator untuk tujuan Islamic Working Capital Project Financing kami dan juga beberapa program pembiayaan yang akan dilancarkan dalam masa terdekat.
He said this when met by reporters after the courtesy visit at Wisma Sumber Alam on Monday. In addition, Junadi shared that TERAJU is also scheduled to launch the Bumiputra Sarawak and Sabah Scale Up Fund next month, which is expected to be a new catalyst for the growth and expansion of Bumiputra entrepreneurs in both regions. Kuching continues to cement its standing as a regional hub for extreme sports with the staging of the DBKU International X Games 2026 set to take place at the Kuching waterfront from 8th to 12th April. The prestigious event organized by the Kuching North City Commission DBKU is held in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development Sarawak MySED and Canard Group alongside the Canroll Pro Urban Sports Festival. Sarawak Minister for Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, said interest in extreme sports is showing a significant global increase, including in Sarawak, particularly for sports such as BMX, skateboarding and rollerblading.
Untuk kali ini, untuk tahun ini, acara-acara yang lain yang boleh membawa festival ataupun event ini ke peringkat yang lebih tinggi lagi kerana Ia akan juga melibatkan bukan saja acara-acara di tebingan sungai, tapi juga melibatkan acara-acara di air, di sungai, iaitu acara perlombaan jet ski.
He said this at a press conference in Kuching on Tuesday. According to him, over 200 extreme sports athletes from Malaysia and abroad are expected to participate, including those from France, South Africa, Brunei, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand. Dato Sri Abdul Karim stressed that the event will serve as an important platform for local athletes to showcase their talent on the international stage while facilitating the exchange of experience with participants from abroad. The Rainforest World Music Festival (RWMF) will proceed as planned, with Sarawak remaining optimistic about visitor turnout despite ongoing global uncertainty. Sarawak Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, said the festival does not rely solely on international tourists, but also continues to receive strong support from local and regional visitors.
Berapa orang yang datang pergi ke Rainforest? Lebih kurang tiap-tiap tahun 20,000. Hampir sedikit lebih separuh adalah lokal. Takkan minyak naik, Rainforest itu bukannya untuk orang pelancong saja, dia untuk orang tempatan juga.
He said this when met by reporters at an Aidilfitri Ramah Tamah event organised by his two ministries in Kuching on Sunday. Dato Sri Abdul Karim stressed that events such as RWMF go beyond entertainment, serving as an important platform to promote Sarawak's arts, culture and tourism industry to a wider audience, while ensuring that community life continues to thrive through creative and cultural expression. Commenting on concerns that global conflicts may affect tourist movements, he said the situation has not had a significant impact on visitor arrivals to Sarawak. And that's the English edition with me, Didi Nursyafiqah. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. We end the news with highlights from the Forest Department Sarawak Ramah Tamah event in Kuching on Tuesday. #Suara Formasi Rakyat. Have a good night.